It's also irritating. This is just, my brain is like, I think my brain, I've been kind of for a few weeks. I need to like organize my emotionally or mentally or something. I need to orient myself in this space more to where I've done large debates now. So I think I have some mainstream credibility, and I need to start aggressively leveraging that against some people in a more effective way. This guy, I mentioned something about this guy a few weeks ago, and then when I did it, I didn't tag him, and all of his fans were calling me out for being afraid of tagging him. I'm like, I'm not afraid. I've tried to talk to this guy before. And then he very adamantly came back, and he's like, I've never dodged a debate with you. I would never dodge a debate with you. That's insane. And then a couple weeks go by, and now he's on a show being like, actually, I don't think I would ever debate this guy. And I probably shouldn't have talked to him, and I'm sorry for saying the weird things that I did. And then now he's like trying to argue with other people on the same topics, and it's like, wait, what happened? So then you are dodging me. And now he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have said the personal stuff. But like, I want to debate this other guy. And do you think that you intimidate me? Do you really think it's so obvious that this other guy's easier than you? It's like, the yeah, I don't know. It's annoying. I don't like it when, it triggers the out of me when ignorant people go into huge spaces and spread misinformation. It's always been my number one trigger. It still is my number one trigger. Yeah, and Dave Smith is like one of the worst. I also hate it that I hate that people say so many things that are true about them. Like people will say of me, they'll say destiny is the idiot's idea of a smart person, and it's like, what version of me exists in your head? When in reality, like Dave is an idiot's. Dave is like the perfect. An idiot's idea of an intelligent person, because he does have a collection of some facts, more than most I've seen people have, and he speaks with like a lot of conviction, and he seems to be willing to go on a variety of platforms as long as he doesn't get challenged too much. But when you actually listen a little bit more closely to what he's saying, he lacks all context, all like actual wisdom about the things that he's saying. It's just annoying to hear. And then now his fan base is like, yeah, Destiny, he doesn't have to debate you. But it's like, okay, well, you guys were the ones that said I ducked him. It's just irritating. Oh, and the Candace and there's so much going on too. Like if people were just honest about what they did, I wouldn't care either. If somebody's like, listen, I'm just gonna go on the easy debates, okay? Then I'm like, oh, okay, fine, fuck, I respect that. You know, at least you're honest about it. Where was that clip of Candace and Brianna were on their show, and they were both talking about how like, yeah, nobody from the pro-Israel side would ever debate us. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm pretty sure I've called out both of these people. No, it wasn't this clip.
And you are absolutely correct that there does seem to be this media environment where they are propagandizing. They're propagandizing because if you truly believe in free speech and you truly believe that the best idea wins, then you should have no problem sitting down and having a meaningful debate, right? To call Norm Finkelstein a Holocaust denier when his parents survived the Holocaust, it's absurd. It's so absurd they don't want him on the show, right? They don't want him on the show because of course, once he speaks, you realize it's completely ridiculous to make that sort of an accusation. But we're seeing that happen on so many networks that purport to be about free speech. And I am somebody who has moved so much in my political ideology from, where I was on the left, and then realizing that I know that we disagree here, that I had it completely wrong, which should show people that I am willing to move, right? If you actually present an idea to me and I find your idea to be valid, I am happy to jump on your side. And yet you see on this one issue, the loudest, most platformed pro-Israel voices don't want to debate. They don't want to debate. I've reached out. I've tried to have people on for a debate. They don't want to debate. And the only people that don't want to debate their ideas while they're sitting and they're talking down to you and they're telling you that they're right and you're wrong and you're an anti-Semite are the people that are lying. That's my view. You're a liar, okay? Because I'm Candace. I don't have all of the degrees that the rest of these people have who think that they're so smart and they're so brilliant. Wouldn't you just think that you would slam me in a debate? I'm so dumb and you're so smart and you're so wise and you just need to teach us things. If the Israel argument is valid, sit down and debate it with somebody who is against the Israel argument. That's it.
I feel like the best action is a public debate call out. Nah, it doesn't work that way, because then it has to be more sophisticated than that. Because if you just call somebody out, then people are like, oh, he doesn't have to debate you. You're being obsessed. Like people will say that. I was like, okay, well. Isn't BJG a leftist? Why is she all buddy-buddy with Candace Owens? They're both anti-establishment. Remember, that's the only thing that matters. It's establishment or anti-establishment now, online. That's the big political divide.
I feel like probably...
Shut up. It's so fucking funny that BJG and Candace together, the Candace together prediction happened so fast. I mean, like, just look at them. It's obvious why those kinds of people would get together, right? They have, like, the most important thing in common that rots your brain. And that's being a woman. I'm just kidding. Stop. Just kidding. We don't do that here. No misogyny. Would you be willing to debate Brett Cooper from the Daily Wire? Yeah, of course, but I don't even know what we would argue with. Isn't she like 20 years old? Or that's, I'm not to be dismissive, but I'm not even sure we would. Do you think there'll be a tipping point where the extremes actually work together politically? It feels like we're getting close. I'm pretty sure that, I hate to do the Nazi Germany thing, but I think that's ultimately what ended up happening in Nazi Germany. You had the Commie Party, I think the KPD, and then the National Socialist Party were both kind of on the extremes. They were both super discontent with the Social Dems. They felt like there were issues in Germany that they weren't addressing, and then these parties were both kind of fighting around the edges for any type of grounds they could gain. Sometimes they worked together, sometimes they didn't. Eventually, the Nazis ended up taking over. They killed the other dudes. If the KPD would have taken over, they would have killed the Nazis. The Nazis might have went down in history as good guys instead if they would have gotten killed, but they won, so the other guys somehow go down as good guys, despite the fact they probably would have been about as bad. Or worse, who knows? No way the communists would have done anything like the Holocaust. The Holodomor was pretty bad. I don't think it was on the level of the Holocaust. Definitely not. But I think if you're capable of that, are you completely and totally incapable of Holocausting? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think I would say that about the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union was incapable of doing a Holocaust. I'm not sure. Yeah, what were Mao's purges like in the Great Leap? How many people died in that? Was that like 20 million plus? I don't know the numbers. The Great Leap Forward deaths, 30 million. They literally did Katyn. Yeah, but wasn't that just like 20,000? How many died there? 22,000 Polish military officers. The commies weren't into racial supremacy as the Nazis, so they would have used repression, discrimination, and industrialized destruction based on race. Yeah, but they might have done it on other things, on class. There's probably more proletariats, there's probably more bourgeois, the bourgeois, than there are Jews. I don't know. The vast majority of conservative commentators should probably be out of work, should lose their jobs, should be kicked out, and other people should be brought in for the predictions and the analysis that they gave around COVID that ended up being so unbelievably and unfathomably incorrect. So with the logic you said in the beginning of this clip, should progressives that pushed and lied about trans stats and pushed propaganda around trans shit, should they be set to that same standard? No. I think that I think it's okay when progressives lie about science, but I don't think it's okay when conservatives... Oh, shit, I gave the wrong answer. You totally caught me in an epic contradiction, and I couldn't even imagine answering that question without falling for such an epic trap. Golem86, you've befuddled me. I have no way of even responding to your question. Well, holy shit, you've just made me realize that sometimes progressives suck shit at science. Holy f***. I never even considered that. My God. But the serious answer is yes. People that lie about science or claim that the science is stronger than it actually is should be disqualified from giving opinions about scientific matters, 100%.